Southeastern Conference Gymnastics here at the Pete Maravich Assembly Center in Baton Rouge. Chris Marlowe and Kathy Johnson-Clark. Alabama is going to start on the uneven bars, and LSU will be on vault. These two teams have already seen each other earlier this year in the Super 6 Invitational. Alabama was second, was fifth. Of course, Georgia winning that in a mild surprise. And we're just about set, ready to go. Last week, the Tigers stunning the #1 team in the nation, Utah. Tigers scored a 196-125 2 years ago. They did that, and then they beat #1 Alabama, the only team in gymnastics that has ever done that.
Alabama could pick the event they wanted to start on. It would be the uneven bars. This is their best event. In fact, they're ranked #1 in the nation as a team on this event.
Dee Bro, in her 25th season, she is the Dean of Coaches at LSU. Got her start in 1978. This is Adrienne Couret to start.
Great story. She was a walk-on gymnast who's earned her scholarship. Very critical first vault, handspring front pike. Now all the vaults are rated, so they're worth a maximum score based on the level of difficulty in the code of points. And this one's worth a 9.9, which means if done perfectly in the judge's eyes, that's the highest it could score. You notice her legs are a little bit apart on the pre-flight, and we'll probably see some higher vaults later to come, but it's not a bad start.
So here is Tiffany Byrd. Byrd, a sophomore from Orlando, Florida.
The judges are really, really looking hard this year that all the moves that are supposed to go to handstand hit right in that position, and either pirouettes have to be right on top of the bar. She's a little bit short on her handstands and a few little form breaks with her feet throughout. Of course, the landing.
Spent the majority of last season rehabbing an ACL injury.
The one thing you want from that first gymnast up is a hit routine. Get the momentum going. And she did just that, but definitely had some deductions in there for landing on dismount and a little bit of form.
LSU's Adrienne Couret, a 9.7 for her vault. Remember, 6 women go. You count the best 5 scores. So you need 5 hits. And now LSU back on the vault. Jade Jenkins.
This is one of their freshmen getting some valuable experience here. Very, very good vault. Good for her. Dee described her as a work in progress. Really someone she's trying to prime for seasons to come. She's only done exhibition on vault. This is her first time in competition. Pretty big leg separation on the pre-flight. Judges are going to hit her on that, but she did get good distance.
9.725 for Tiffany Byrd. So a good start for her. This is rotation #1. And we're ready for Shannon Hrozek. Hrozek, a 5'3" freshman from the Woodlawns in Texas. An impact athlete this year as a freshman.
One thing Sarah Patterson really wanted to do this year is start out slow and build and really give all of her gymnasts experience. So rest her seniors, sometimes rest her top stars, and get the others experience. So when they need them later in the season, they need depth, they've got it.
Well, Alabama has a little bit of everything. They've got talent, they've got depth, and they have experience. Sarah Patterson saying this week that this might be her best team. So both coaches with talented squads.
So you notice she was past handstand. Almost didn't get her hand on the bar. I think that's what the look of relief was at the end of the routine.
Jade Jenkins got a 9-7. Score registered moments ago. And now Compagnoni, freshman from Tampa, Florida.
This is probably the most popular vault in collegiate gymnastics, is this pike front. It's got a relatively high start value, 9.9. And one that the gymnasts are doing better and better. It's a little over-rotated. Just held on a little too long in that pike position and had to take a step forward.
So far, so good for both squads, as Dee Bro will talk with.
How about you flying and you getting your confidence that you're great?
Southeastern Conference Gymnastics, two of the best teams in the country. Number 4, Alabama, and number 10, LSU. Marina Degteva. We weren't sure whether we would see her tonight competing on a slightly rolled ankle, but here she goes.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it. There you go. That's a good landing. Very, very good landing. She's ranked 10th on this event in the nation. Has averaged so far 9.862 throughout the season. This was one of her better vaults. Very nice landing.
Of course, her sister Lena, a big star at UCLA, and now Raegan Tomasek back on bars for Bama. Tomasek, a senior now from Mastic Beach, New York.
Sarah said she's one of the most elegant gymnasts she's ever coached. She just loves watching her gymnastics. A little bit of pressure they're feeling now. They've got a fall. Previous routine, they'd like to drop that score.
Yeah, 9.2 for Kristin Sterner, so not her best. Hard to make up for a fall. Once again, they count 5 of the 6.
Now, she usually does a nice job of hitting the handstands. That's what you want to see. Right into it. Leaves no question in the judge's mind. Same dismount that we saw from Kristin. This time she's making sure not going to under-rotate. Over-rotated just a tiny bit and took a step.
A couple of weeks ago, she was named the Southeastern Conference Gymnast of the Week. Tremendous all-around performer.
Of course, she has a nice, pretty toe point in these handstands. And she cranks this here, gets it up well above the bar, and just holds on a little too long. Who knows? It might have been watching Kristin under-rotate that gave it a little extra.
Marina Degteva, an outstanding 9.825. So the Tigers doing very well on vault. And here comes another big hitter, Uransky. Uransky, a sophomore from Norfolk, Virginia.
And she's ranked 12th on this event in the nation. Wow. That was a beautiful straight body in that position. Had a little trouble going after the landing. But this vault, the thing you really want to look for is a perfectly straight body in this laid out position, and that she does well. Good block off the horse. She was a little short on the front end, but notice how she stretched out at that last bit. She was a little lower than she would have ordinarily been if she had gotten up on top of the horse and gotten a really good push. Made the vault a little quicker than she expected it.
Exactly.
Ground came a little too soon.
Previously on bars, Raegan Tomasek got a 9.8. So Andree Pickens is up.
Now you want to talk amplitude. Amplitude's a word we use in gymnastics. You want to see big skills way above the bar like that. Judges are really looking for these release moves to be caught with shoulders above the bar. She's leaving no question there. She's just strong, too. Not just technique. She's a strong gymnast. Whoa. That's a perfect landing.
You know, I talked to Sarah Patterson this week. I said, how good is Pickens now? She fully recovered. And Sarah Patterson said she is now in the best shape of her career.
She told me the same thing. Really exciting. What a devastating thing to happen to her right before Nationals last year.
Yeah, that effectively killed off the Crimson Tide's chances. Uransky got a 9.825. So LSU with 5 good scores, and their anchor Shannon MacEachern is coming up. MacEachern, a senior from Brampton, Canada, a 1996 Olympian.
Ooh, she had to work a little bit on that, but she pulled it around a little bit short on the horse. We call it kind of cramming onto the horse a little bit.
Yeah.
But she muscled it. She kept from bending her arms all the way. This is when you see a veteran come through, where they're just, no matter what happens early on in the skill, they pull it out.
Well, Dee Bro said vault has been our Achilles heel, so if we do well on vault, it's a good precursor of things to come. The best score of the night so far, Andrea Pickens, 9.9. So let's continue. Here's Natalie Barrington, another Canadian, a senior for Alabama.
Who matched her career high last week with a 9.85.
Yeah, one of the great bar performers ever for the Crimson Tide. She can work it.
Gotta like this toe point. It's the little things, but they add up. Boy, she pulled that around, that pirouette.
That's a solid score. It should be. For Barrington, keep in mind that Sterner had a 9.2, so they want to drop that one, keep all the rest.
In warm-up, she did that last pirouette into her dismount, but didn't go all the way over. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder if she has a cover for that, in case that happens in competition, because it looked like she was right on that top, almost going the wrong way. But she pulled it out into the dismount.
So that completes the first rotation. There was a pre-meet ceremony honoring the great Dee Bro and her 25 years of coaching in the LSU program. When we return, we'll hear from Dee regarding this impressive feat.